I'm Anna, and you are in another episode of our monthly series, CRM Talks. Today, I have with me Anastasia, Head of Customer Success at NetHunt CRM. Today, together with Anastasia, we'll find out how her customer success team is using NetHunt CRM to satisfy and retain customers. We'll also find out how to automate your customer success processes with the CRM to make your team more happy and effective. We'll also take a look at the day when Anastasia didn't have access to her CRM. Spoiler, that was a disaster. Stay tuned. Hey, and welcome back to another episode of CRM Talks. Today, I have a special guest with me, Anastasia, who's the head of customer success here at NetHunt CRM. And today, we'll find out how Anastasia's team uses NetHunt CRM to build customer relationships. Anastasia, hi, how are you?
Hi, I'm great. I'm great. Thank you for having me. It's actually a great pleasure because, we're recording CRM Talks, and this is the topic that I'm talking the most of. Yeah, thank you for having me.
Thank you so much for tuning in. Let me briefly describe for our audience why we decided to shoot this episode. So customer success was the first department within the company, within NetHunt, who started actually using our product for their own purposes. And it helps us to achieve a high level of retention rate and low level of churn rate. And secondly, there is the myth that CRM is only for salespeople. So we are here to break this myth, because CRM is definitely not only for salespeople. And I would say that if you are using CRM just for salespeople, this is actually wrong, and you are losing a lot in your business. Anastasia, could you please tell us a few words about yourself and, a bit of background on the role of customer success manager and the purpose of your team?
Sure. So I am Anastasia, and I have been with the company for almost 5 years. I will celebrate my 5-year anniversary in April. And you are totally right. We were the very first department that started using our own product. And customer success is actually, sometimes it is a little bit vague department. I mean, like the responsibilities that I say, because we are handling so much. And of course, without a tool, without a CRM, it would have been like super impossible just to make sure that our clients are totally satisfied with our product, and we know our clients, because customer success, what we do, we make sure that our clients achieve their growth, that they never miss out of anything, that we're always in touch with them, because what we do, we are a little bit of sales, a little bit of support, and of course the customer success that actually care about the clients. And we always communicate with them. We're ears of the market. We help our product department to shape up our roadmap. And then, it just like customer success is just the customer success. It's actually literally the wording of the department describes what we do.
That's super interesting, because you are a bit ahead of my question, because I wanted you to imagine this life without having a CRM and describe your what would your life be like without having a CRM?
Oof, I think I had a few times when I have been without the CRM. It's I remember I totally killed my laptop, And so yeah, it was the most expensive coffee spill. And basically, like
Oh,
for one day, I was without the laptop, and then of course I ordered a new one, but I was waiting for it. And so I like honestly, yeah, we do have the mobile app, we do have the web application and stuff, but I love the desktop version, right? And
yeah,
so
that's very convenient.
I mean, it's not only about the CRM, but also about the chats, also about like, I like the big screen, and I like, to have all of the windows. And also when I receive the email, I want to see it totally like with labels. I need to understand who's texting me, just to quickly go to the record and sift through like all of the timeline and all of the fields that I need to track. And so for the whole day, it was impossible because like you just go to the mobile application, you go then to the email, to Gmail, and then it's impossible just because without the CRM, kinda, you do not really understand like, okay, there are many more steps to take without the CRM. And I think without the CRM, I would be just like leading everything in the spreadsheets, or I don't know, on the piece of paper. A lot of people actually come from the post-it notes or the
Yeah.
notebooks, and it's really hard, especially when your business is escalating. And right now, when I'm handling not only the clients, but also the people, and I'm aligning with other departments, it's not all about customer success. And I'm actually preaching this to our clients when they come, because of course, the salespeople need like the CRM most of the times, right? But then you understand there's marketing, there's support, there's product, there's management, and everybody needs to see what's going on with their business. And the business data
Mhm.
is actually located in the CRM. So without it, I don't know, I would be mad. Actually, if nobody would give me the CRM, if it was not NetHunt where I work for,
Yeah.
I would quit because no, it's impossible. Nowadays, no.
With customer success, you have to be fast because people expect this from you, and like you value your customers. You don't want them to wait a lot, but without having a CRM, that would be difficult to achieve.
True, true. Like basically what I like I always, on board the newbies. And so
Mhm.
the main value of our department is just to be super quick to answer. And we answer the clients, we do not make them wait. We assign tasks, and I always like, check if everybody who reaches out to us, they will be responded to, and they will be like followed up with like with any feedback. So that's really important. And because we are all customers, and so whenever we have a problem with a tool or with any service that we are paying for, so we expect to be cared about, right? And so without the CRM, it's like it's easy to forget. Like we always like make the notes just to what to buy at the store, but can you imagine handling lots of people with lots of requests and sometimes bugs, issues, or desires, like all of these things. And then, and also it helps, what I love, it helps you to remember people, because you can, write notes, you can see like the email
Mhm.
conversations, like all the time. I just mentioned it because I have this situation on and on and on. People, they sometimes come to check NetHunt CRM, and then they go without buying, right, the license, and then they can come back in a year or something. They're like, oh, Anastasia, because I've been here for 5 years, right?
Yeah.
So people remember me, and they're like, oh, do you remember me? And I'm like, okay, the email, and they checked it, and I actually remember people like conversations, but then I see the timeline, and like, sure, we were talking about that, and they're like, how do you know? I'm like, by CRM, and then you'll see. Yeah, it will be, I mean, personal experience.
Now the question arises then, how does CRM help you in building relationships and retaining customers? What CRM features help you the most?
Oh well, so basically a full customization of NetHunt. Of course, we have our own structure that has been for years, and
Yeah.
we improve it. But basically, we understand, and this is what I also teach my clients, because we kind of are consultants, that like what kind of information you need to track, and so like what is valuable for your business. For us, it's important to understand like how many people are using the system. Let's say one account, then what's their performance, what kind of features they are using. So these statistics is always in the record for me, and I can build different views because I start my daily work actually checking my inbox and also the views, the main views that I need to check daily or weekly or monthly. So like for different reporting, for different follow-ups, tasks. Without tasks, I have like 50, 60 tasks sometimes a day. It's crazy. But this ensures me that I will always be on top with my priorities and with my clients, and so they will have the feedback, but also the automation. So like the feature that we have launched this year, and we have automated different processes, not only about the drip campaigns that actually helps not only me but mainly my marketing team, right? But for us it's also like dispatching of the leads among my team, so everybody has their own leads and they take care of them. The email nurturing of people that are just signing up, so this is the part of the onboarding and just making sure that the clients are taken care of. And so like I do not do it manually because processing hundreds of leads every day, it would kill me. I wouldn't be smiling right now. And then different web forms, so we distribute a lot of materials, and so we also acquire leads like that. Internal notifications in the Google chats, we used to use the Slack just to notify our team about different payments, about different like things happening in the CRM, but right now we moved totally to Google chats. And basically with this automation we support both Slack and Google chats, just because like people use differently. So yeah, it's so much. And if you like, but again, with time you always need to improve it, improve like all of the workflows that you're using, and maybe introduce new ones. This actually helps with the clients because they sometimes can pitch in different ideas like how they use the CRM. Yeah, so this is how we enrich our flow.
You mentioned a bit about sales automation. So I wanted to ask you if you have your favorite automations, something that, saves a lot of your time.
Oh, this is by all means the dispatching of leads and nurturing the leads. So this is the very first thing that the clients see when they sign up. And so I do not need to do, I don't need to do anything. I mean, like I only put them into the contacting stage, and so just making sure that everything is okay. And so like they just send out the emails, and then when they reach out to me, I can reply or my team is replying. And so this is helpful, like huge time. And sometimes when people are asking me like, oh, we're just a small team, we did it 5 years ago. We actually did it like before actual workflows that we launched this year. We had our own like little automation tool that we were all like developing. So that saved a lot of time, because even like with the 5 clients, you don't want to do it all the time like manual job, because you would rather focus on adopting new techniques, outreaching out, like making outbound sales, or being creative in other ways. But like right now modern world actually dictates that you need to be fast and furious. And then
Yeah, because like the competition is very severe, I think, in every market, in every industry. You constantly talk to the customers and see how they are using NetHunt. Do the use cases of your clients inspire you to set up new automations or to use a system differently?
Basically, we have set up a lot, like listening to clients as well. So like, different web forms, different web forms, different outreach systems. And then The tasks creation, like on what. So it's not like we basically, it was mutual. It was like some thoughts of ours and some thoughts of theirs. And because like people when they're coming to you and they're asking, can I do it, and you're like, yeah, because we're doing it, so let's do it together. I have the use cases. There are some people, and I mentioned that at the Ask Me Anything session, I think, yeah, last one, we showed monstrous workflows that our clients made.
Yeah, they're huge.
Was huge. And so that for sure I'm not setting up, because well, we do not need it, but he needed to connect NetHunt to another tool. And so what he did, it was like, anything that but that's also scary, like anything that you change, update, it can trigger the workflow. But I mean, he made it happen, he made it work. Yeah, nothing super crazy, to be honest. But mainly what I always say is that you shouldn't automate everything. Just only that you, not like you do not care, but like something that you're super sure that cannot be messed up. But of course you do not need to forget the human touch. But everything that can be automated should be automated, because it will save up your time and money. And people need to understand that we all need to calculate our time and how much we spend on that or that task. And so like if that can be covered by the machine, you should do it. And that will be even cheaper, like if you calculate the price for the license and then um the salary of the person, and how you can use that person, in other creative ways. So
Yeah.
basically, I think I'm still waiting. We talk a lot to the clients, and I'm still waiting for something more crazy maybe to come up. And I think we're going to make different webinars regarding these use cases, because a lot of people still, they come and they don't know what to do. What I tell people, just to like write out all of the processes that you are running in your company, then what you want to do, what you hypothetically want to do, and then we can discuss and maybe come up with a solution, and then it can be helpful for others. Yeah, just take it out of your mind on the paper.
There is like a proverb, what gets measured gets managed. What do you measure in a CRM?
Oof, I measure the cleanliness is there a
Yeah.
word, of my inbox. And so we all
Mhm.
receive like the same emails, and so I make sure that everybody responds to them. And so for me, it's just like OCR, I think. Sometimes when I have like a lot of emails, I'm like, I need to respond to them, or I need to make sure that my team is assigned a task that they need to respond to it, and then people are happy. So I measure this because it's important. Then I measure all of the emails that are responded, like if the clients are followed up, and if the performance of the clients in the system, because we can see how active they are using the CRM. And so if there is no activity, especially by all users in one team, so then it's actually a red flag. We have the view that actually gives us the record, the users that are not using, and so then we can follow up with them. We can schedule a call, or we can make sure that they are happy with the system. It's like a lot of times happening when they don't know like the whole scope of the functionality of the tool, and so they're like, oh, I don't need it. Yeah, so that gets measured. And I actually, because I check if the tasks are assigned, so my team is following up. I'm not measuring really like how many emails they have sent or email campaigns, because it's like they're always sending things, and so there's no KPI like that. I also measure how many sales they've made. So because we also do sales, so it's not like we're just supporting clients or making sure that they're happy, but also like we are leading the clients on their trial. And then every week we discuss, like on our sales meeting, we discuss how many clients we closed, and we also have the sales cycle of 14 days. So basically we have a forecast view that also shows us, okay, how many people they are about to close, how many didn't close. Like we also check the lost reasons for the clients, and like for 1 week, for 1 month. So we collect the data, and then it helps us like to grow better and faster, and actually to understand, to give it to give this feedback to the product team. So yeah, so these things, and also we can see in our team, because we offer 3 plans in NetHunt, and basically sometimes we just check like, okay, oh no, yeah, we check where people are, and so sometimes there are chances for the upgrade. So of course we can offer those people you know, better options like to upgrade and to use this functionality, because we understand, because we are in touch with clients and we know their pains, we know what they're planning to do, and so all of these things that are collected in the CRM, we have different views showing us the relevant information, and then we can action. So yeah, these things.
You are a customer success manager, and it takes a lot of your time to oversee the performance of your team and coach them. So does this CRM data helps you to identify the bottlenecks within the processes and to coach your team?
Basically what we do, since everything is transparent, we have the pipeline, actually like the active pipeline of the of the people that are trialing the system. And so I talk with my team like every day, and we're always like in chat, we're always on calls. And it's there's like no chance for my team to forget something, because we always speculate on everybody, we discuss all of the demos together. And so we did like every time, like we just go through pipelines. So like during the meetings I just go, like I do not like go, okay, these are your clients, or like I mean, we go just through everybody that is active. And I talk to the managers like, okay, so tell me about their case. Well, they leave the comments, but yeah, we discuss it. And so whenever they have the problems, maybe they are switching from another system, so why they're switching from another system, what do we offer that is, you know, luring for them or more beneficial, are there any bottlenecks for them just to switch completely. So we just discussed that. And this is also like a little like coaching process, because we all, like I offer for sure things, but then other managers, they also offer their own like they give their feedback, and maybe they had the same situation, or we are just like in a pickle, and then we're like, okay, let's think, so what else we can offer. So yeah, we just think, and the ideas disperse, and then we can also talk to our marketing. So that's like since my team is not super big, you know, let's see when we have like thousands of people managing the clients, but right now this is how we do. But everything, like whenever I don't have the meetings with them, I just, you know, of course I just check their
CRM?
yeah, I do that. And so if I don't find a comment after the meeting, so then I'm like, where is this? I use mentions a lot on the timeline, so I mention my team all the time, and so this is how we communicate, not only in the chat, but it's easier in the record, because they already go to the record, they see who I am talking about, who I assign a task. So
you don't have to explain a lot of.
yeah.
Anastasia, your work with the CRM is amazing, and you really utilize the tool heavily. But still, is there room for improvement and more deep integration of NetHunt CRM into your processes?
Oh yeah, by all means. I mean, like I'm never happy with myself. I mean, it's not a good thing to say, you know, like we are never, like we're not super satisfied with everything that we do in our life, but so what can we say about the tool? Yeah, for sure. Like there are so many requests from our clients that I really want to have implemented in the NetHunt CRM. So you know, everything has to be perfected or added. So for sure, I want to improve add more functionality to workflows. I want to add more functionality to some integrations that we already have. I want maybe in the future when we have like a little bit more free time, so then we can maybe integrate with some other tools, like external tools. So it can also be a help for us, like, you know, we're going to integrate with the VoIP systems. And so for salespeople, it's very important to have. And then they won't need to do it like, from their cell phone or whatever. Everything will be recorded and logged, and it will be easier to track the calls. So yeah, like some other features, like the better reporting, like not, I mean, like maybe more features to the reporting. So like the thing is, I don't know, you can improve everything. You can even improve we're actually improving the design all the time. And so this is so cool. And right now our designer is working on the new CRM, which shouldn't scare people, like, those that are not really willingly changing to new layout. But our CRM will look even better. So again, like, you can find any feature and then improve it. Right now, so far, I'm basically satisfied, I would say. Not 100%, but yeah, the CRM does all of the work that I need, helps me to track stuff, helps me not to forget things, and helps me to actually track our clients and make sure that they're happy as well. So yeah, but let's see what the new year brings.
To wrap up our conversation, we have a tradition in our CRM talks. Every guest asks a question to the future guest without knowing who is going to be. So I have a question for you. In our last conversation, I had a talk with Luke Davis from History Media. You know, Luke, you hosted together webinars, but Luke didn't know that you're going to be our next guest. So the question for you from Luke, what percentage do you think of the information in your CRM is correct?
Oh, that's not a super hard one that I would have expected from Luke. Yeah, I think maybe like 85-90%. I cannot be like 100% sure, of course, because there's a human error all the time.
Yeah.
But I say that because I need to keep it clean. So basically, yeah, let's say that 85-90%. Yeah. But yeah, I cannot be sure.
I think that we can shoot another episode about how to clean, how to make sure your CRM data is clean and how to keep it actually clean.
Yeah, we have some tips. We use them internally as well. And so for sure, like the red flags, like, what are you doing wrong?
Cool. True. So I'll let Luke know your answer. I hope that he'll be happy with it. And to follow this tradition, Anastasia, without knowing who is going to be, what's your question for our future guest?
Well, we have been talking a lot about my favorite features in NetHunt and what they help me with on my daily life. So basically, my question is like, what are the most valuable and favorite features in the CRM that you currently use? I mean, like the person, right? The person that is going to answer this question. It's interesting to hear the feedback and like what is most important, because sometimes for people, even like the color of the field is the most important.
Thank you so much for your time. Yeah, I enjoyed this time a lot. So I'm pretty sure that this conversation will be also valuable to other customer success, customer service, customer support people. They will find out how they can actually utilize CRM system to free up time, to speed up the response time to a lead. Yeah, and to make their life easier and happier. Thank you so much.
Thank you too for having me and for this talk. I love talking about the CRM, and actually I really hope that something that I've talked about and covered will help others. And yeah.